Good morning, good morning, good morning, you early birds. It is 1:45 a.m. on Wednesday, March 1st, 2023. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya, y'all. Good morning. Let's start this off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us the collective a blessing for this day. Here we go. We get a blessed idea. Look at this grove of trees. An idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring the idea to life. The time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas, floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. Namaste. And guys, I got this yesterday for somebody who had a reading yesterday. So y'all, the time is right. Those things that you have been working on, those things that are ready for you to sail out into the universe, the time is right. Trust yourself. Trust in yourself. Trust in the things that you believe in. It's time to move. Good morning, y'all. All right. It is 1:47 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. I have some fantastic questions. So let's go ahead and get this started. My first question is from Rose Blue. Rose Blue would like to know, did the Chinese wealthy offshore their money out of the U.S.? Have the Chinese wealthy living in the U.S. offshored their money? Have they moved their money out of the United States? Here we go, guys. My cards are upside down. Here we go. Oh, there's a lot of moving pieces here. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff going on. So it's not just that the wealthy people are offshoring their money again. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. The wealthy people are about to throw a whole big old roadblock in front of us. And guys, this may have something to do with Janet Yellen's plan for the United States. But there is definitely a whole lot of news about money, but it ain't good news about money. This is bad news about money. It's taking money. So as far as offshoring the money, I'm going to say, yeah, they're taking their money and moving it elsewhere. Offshore, someplace else. Bonds, whatever. And I don't think it's bonds because bonds aren't doing too well right now. But yes, there is some shady business. Not just with the Chinese wealthy, though. With the wealthy all together that is going on. And guys, this could be very damaging to the normal of us. Yeah, there's little meetings going on to discuss the future of American finances. Guys, I told you, March is going to be crazy. Buckle up your belt tight so your pants don't fall off, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. So, Rose Blue, yeah, the wealthy, all of the wealthy, not just the Chinese, are doing some shady stuff with their money right now. So that is something that we all should keep an eye on. See where they're moving their money, what they're taking their money out of. You wanna know where to avoid? Watch what the rich people are doing. Watch where they pull their money from and where they put their money in. You want to make money, follow them. Follow suit. Pay attention to what they're doing, because they will telegraph exactly what they're doing. They will move their money to where they're going to make a profit, not to where they're going to lose it. So if you see them moving their money around, if you see the stocks, some companies just going completely out and others are getting flush with a whole bunch of cash. Pay attention. If you play the stock market and understand the stock market is just like going into a casino and pulling a handle. You're playing a game of chance. But if you are so inclined to follow that, then follow the money. Move your money where the rich people move theirs. Take your money out of the places where the rich people move their money from, and you'll be more likely to keep your money. But again, that's a game of chance. It's gambling. The stock market is straight up gambling. That is just the largest casino in the world. Or should I say, the largest casino in the world that moves the most money every day. That is what the stock market is. All right. My next question is from Dennis. Denny wants to know about hibiscus tea. He wants to know, is it good for cleaning human arteries? Guys, in my sachets, for love sachets, my goodness, I use fresh hibiscus tea. I love this stuff. Not only is it blood red, but it is aromatic, okay? So, and here's the one thing. Nature tells us what each plant is good for. Nature doesn't even make us guess. A walnut looks like a brain. It is good to help with your brain. Kidney beans look like kidneys. They are good for helping your kidneys. Nature has made it very easy for us to understand the benefits of certain plants and vegetables and flowers, okay? But let's ask Taro, is hibiscus tea good for cleaning human arteries? Is hibiscus tea good for cleaning human arteries? Yes or no? Well, Denny, I'm going to tell you this way, because Taro ain't gave me not one yes. So I would check your hibiscus tea to make sure, number one, that it's organic. I think this is probably what it is. This is a caution. Be aware of where you source your teas. Hibiscus tea is good for you. It is. In everything in moderation, however, but it is good for you. Know where it's sourced. Make sure that it is not laden with chemicals, because hibiscus is a flower, okay? A very beautiful flower. And we all know that unscrupulous people will use a lot of chemicals to make the flowers last longer and stay more colorful, that completely destroy the integrity of our teas and our foods. So, Denny, I'm going to tell you this. Be wary of where you source your tea from. Make sure that it is the cleanest that you can get, okay? And that's just for everything. Be aware of where it's sourced from. We are in the days of, number one, frankenfood. I talked about this on Monday. The chemicals that the USDA allows in our food. The chemicals that the USDA, the pesticides that the USDA allows to be sprayed on our food that change our body chemistry. So be choosy. Again, I'm going to say that. Be choosy about what you put in your body. Be choosy about where you buy from. You have to. Because there's no rules on what they can do to us. And not even tell us about it. So it's up to us to do our own homework. And guys, this is one of those things that we can do to help each other. When we find safe sourced, clean foods, let's create a list so that people can continue to buy from those sources. Let's be proactive so people know, hey, this company sells clean foods that aren't laden with preservatives and pesticides. We can do that. We have the power. All these lists, Craigslist and all of those, started the same way. It was an idea that someone had to help everybody else get something easier. Let's start a clean foods list. If you are one of those folks out there who is computer savvy, who can build a network, let's start a clean foods list so that we can all add to that and just have a resource that everyone can tap into and add to even. There you go. There's an idea for somebody that could be $1 million business for you. Come on. Somebody pick that idea out of the air and run with it. And let's create something that'll help people make good choices about the foods and beverages that we put into our bodies. All right. My next question is also from Denny. Denny wants to know, did we ever get over the 1918 pandemic? No, Denny, that is our flu. That is what we get a flu shot for every year. What happened in 1918 with the Asiatic flu? I think they called it the they called it the Spanish flu. Another flu that came out of China, though. So here we go. And I'm not picking on Chinese people, so please, I apologize for even doing that. But here we go. So anyway, the Spanish flu of 1918. Yes, we are still living in that. That it became endemic, just like COVID did. And that is the series of shots that we get every year for the flu strains. The various strains happened because the same thing happened in 1918 that happened in 2020. We had a pandemic. A whole bunch of people did not want to follow the safety precautions. The bug modified, transmogrified, and we got various strains of the seasonal flu. So, Denny, no, the 1918 flu never left. Just like COVID will never leave. And every year now, we will have a booster for our winter flu season that will include COVID. Okay? So, no, we never got rid of it. We just learned how to live with it. And understand, the 1918 flu is still killing people. It is still killing people. So, I mean, a whole lot of people die from the flu every single year. From the flu. And that flu that most people are dying from, that if it's not COVID, it was the original, well, not the original, but one of the mutated forms of the flu that came from 1918. That's how it works. The germ just continues to mutate. We throw antibiotics at it, it learns. The flu viruses learn. They learn and they adapt. That's why we never get rid of them. So, and that's why they have to keep coming up with different vaccines, because the germ continues to mutate. COVID will do the same thing. It will be with us forever and ever. Amen. Okay, my next question. Does Vladimir have the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail? This is Denny's question. Is old Vlad in possession of the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail? All right. Y'all ask the question? Yeah, just give me the questions. I'll ask anything y'all want me to ask. Is Vlad in Russia in possession of the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail? Is that how he is maintaining his power? You know what's weird, though? Oh, my goodness. We got an actual yes here. And I'm going to show you these cards. Oh, my goodness. Here we go, guys. For entertainment purposes only. Here we go. And we got, yeah, oh, my goodness. Good question, Denny. So, the first card that we get is the Two of Wands. This is the one holding the world in the palm of his hand. This is the Emperor holding the world in the palm of his hand. In front, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is the woman who is straight magic. The Queen of Pentacles, the woman who is concerned with money and power and all things fabulosity. Here's our first yes. We get the 3 of cups, the 3 celebrating women. And we get the judgment card that's chasing it. So there's our first yes. Here's our second yes, and this is right in front. We get the Ace of Clubs, Ace of Wands, I'm sorry. This is a yes. So then we have the Page of Swords inverted. Now we know that this is the spy in the camp, somebody who wants to tell it all. So let's say this is somebody who wants to keep it a secret. Yeah, we got something that we don't want everybody to know that we have. But and we got 2 pages. We got the Page of Pentacles as well. You know, this is also, both of these are studious young people, young. So this is something that maybe they haven't had it long, or maybe they're young in their knowledge of the technology that they have received. And the final outcome we have is the 8 of Swords, the tied and bound. This could be a group that is interconnected with each other, that is intertwined with each other, that one can't exist without the other. But yes, Denny, this is what tarot is saying. We got a whole bunch of yeses on this one, that Vlad may be in possession of some, how would I say that? Extraterrestrial capabilities, some superhuman, some ancient technology, because that's what the Holy Grail would be. It would be ancient technology, not just a box with some pretty trinkets in it. It would be stuff that could change the world. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get off of that, though. My next question is from Genealogy Junkie. Ooh, this is a good one. Jared Kushner, we know that he got billions of dollars from the Saudis. He got billions of dollars from the Israelis. Will Jared and Ivanka face any prison time? Will Jared and Ivanka face any prison time for the money laundering, the taking of billions of dollars while they were assets of the United States government? Guys, that's against the law. You can't do that. And it doesn't matter what your last name is, okay? Will Jared and Ivanka face any charges for what they did, taking money from the Israelis and the Saudis? Oh, yep. The first card. Oh, goodness gracious, y'all. Hold on. I got a little excited and threw everything. Here we go. First card out, we get the Death card. Something is coming to a swift end for old Jared and Ivanka. And right below, we get Daddy Donnie's card. That's a big old yes. Oh, the Kushners are in trouble. There it is. They was watching their money grow. And now they gonna watch their money go. Because they may be having to watch their children grow up under the care of somebody else. Let me pull the rest of these cards. We already got a yes. The Kushners are in some serious trouble behind this money. Again, we're going to have to watch, because rich people, of course, the rules don't apply to them like they apply to the rest of us. There's already a dirty partnership going on. And I can only imagine that this is probably the same high-powered lawyer that Donnie has that is going to be covering the Kushners as well to keep them from going to prison for the rest of their lives. But guys, this is the one thing that all the money that they got, this is their biggest worry right now. How they're going to keep any of it. That is what they're worried about, because they know they're either going to have to pay it back, give it away, hide it, something, or they're going to go to jail behind it. It's not a good day to be a Kushner. It's not a good day to be a Kushner. Yay. All right. The next question on this one is about Steve Mnuchin. Stephen Mnuchin, who was our freaking Treasury Secretary, the one who was watching our money, took himself a great big old huge sum of money from the Saudis. So let's see number one. Here's the first part of the question. Steve Mnuchin got $1 million from the Saudis. What did he do for it? And what did he do with the money? What did Stephen Mnuchin do for the money? Oh, Stephen Mnuchin turned his head and pretended like he didn't see a whole bunch of inconsistencies when it came with financial dealings. Yeah, Steve Mnuchin was the third wheel in all the financial misdealings with the Saudis while he was the Treasury Secretary, playing with the money. Oh, you can print as much as you want to. Put it on boats and ship it out. Maybe even ship out plates. Maybe some counterfeiting materials to help people make fake money. $1 billion. $1 billion to the United States Treasury Secretary from the people who blew up the Twin Towers. $1 billion went to the Treasury Secretary from the Saudis, the people who blew up the World Trade Center. We have an entire government full of criminals. Criminals who do not care at all. They commit their crimes in broad daylight, right where we can see them. They don't flinch because they've got the Supreme Court in their pocket. They've got the police in their pocket. Now, you know, when you run the government, you can pretty much do what you want. So now we're seeing. Okay? Let's talk about the stuff as it really is. Fox News are exposed now. Their whole lie is there for the whole world to see, and absolutely nothing changed. The whole world knows without a doubt that old fat Donnie Boy lost the election, and that Fox News lied night after night after night, causing hate, separation, and discontent with the population of the United States. And nobody is kicking up no dust about the internal war that this fake news station caused in America. Again, this should be a crime. We went through the freaking pandemic with Fox News spreading lies. Because the election wasn't just the lie that Fox spread. They lied about everything. They lied about the pandemic. They lied about our safety. They lied and lied and lied. They got people injecting themselves with horse medicine, with horse dewormer. That's what Fox News did. And they're still standing. They're still relevant because nobody has taken them down. Guys, there are no consequences for the 1%. Look, you see it. There are no consequences for the rich people in America. They have a free pass to do whatever the hell they want to do, whenever the hell they want to do it. So we have to, again, it is up to us. The government is not here to help you. They are not trying to help us in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Now, I know I've got a question. Here it is. This is from Sachet. What is the 150 trillion great distortion plan that Janet Yellen has in plan that gets billionaires to invest in America? Number one, guys, words matter. If you're going to call your plan the Great Distortion, understand what distorting means. Number one, distorting means to blur. That means that you don't see what's going on clearly. So you're going to bring the millionaires, the ones who caused this problem, and you're going to say, oh, we're going to let you fix this problem, but we're not going to let everybody see what's really going on. No, that's distortion. That's exactly what that is. You are not going to be able to see what is actually going on. if we wanted to fix our economy, which they never did because they keep allowing the 1%, the most wealthy, to not have to pay any taxes. Never. To never be responsible for the damage that they cause to this country. And I'm going to say that right now. The damage that the rich, the 1%, the ones who own the big oil companies, Texan, Exxon, Mobil, the biggest polluters, but the ones who what? Back our money? So do we really think we're going to go after the people who make sure that our money has any value? The same companies that in the last 2 weeks, let's just do the month of February. The month of February, we have had chemical fires and train wrecks all over America. All over America. There are chemical fires burning out of control. I'm going to name them for you. All right, February 3rd, we already know. We had the big old train derail in Ohio. Well, there was one right before that too. Okay? And then there was one right before that because there were a lot of train derailments in January that got no press coverage. And guess what? There were train derailments that had toxic chemicals on it that got no coverage. All right? Then in Tucson, Arizona, on I-10, they just a couple of days ago, they had a toxic acid spill that closed the highway for hours. This tanker spilled all over the road. I ain't heard nothing about that. Tennessee, there is a uranium plant that is on fire, and all of these chemicals are being just let off into the air. A uranium. That's a heavy metal, guys. Heavy metal. Those heavy metals cause what? Cancer. They're natural carcinogens. The same thing that they let loose in Ohio. Okay. Here, what else we got here? Baytown, Texas. Another one. There was a man dead. They take him to the hospital. The hospital has to go into an emergency protocol because this guy smells like he's full of chemicals. Dead on arrival. Dead. And the whole hospital, Baytown, Texas, had to lock down. This dude worked for Exxon Mobil. Exxon Mobil says, no. Just because he smells like chemicals and he works in a chemical plant. Oh, no, we ain't got nothing to do with it. There's nothing to see here. And we're not going to say anything else about it. All right? We have to understand what's going on here. You know, when we allow the perpetrators to investigate themselves after a chemical spill, after an explosion, and there's no accountability, and all the people who are going to be sick, the people and animals who are going to die, the water and waterways that are going to be polluted, not polluted for a day, not polluted for a week, polluted for years. What we saw happen with the people who still don't have clean water in Michigan, now we're seeing all over the world. Because what happened in Michigan, again, guys, these are test theories. Every time something terrible happens, number one, look at the neighborhoods that it happened in. It always happens in small, poorer communities. Why? Because you're the test dummies. And then it's going to happen. The stuff that's happening right there in Ohio, everybody needs to be aware. There's a whole bunch of cobalt in the ground right there at East Palestine where they want to pull up all them tracks and everything. Oh, yeah. What is the one thing that America has been screaming they need? Can't get these electric vehicles on the street because we can't make enough chips. We don't have all those rare minerals that we need in the United States and factories to make our chips. Well, guess what? They just found the cobalt they need. And guess where it is? East Palestine. 13 miles from East Palestine. Oh, there's another chemical company to leach. Oh, they want to buy everybody's property in East Palestine too. Why? Oh, so that they can put a factory there to build those chips. Got to get the people out of there though, because it's going to pollute the water. Eyes wide open, guys. None of this stuff is happening in a bubble. All of these chemical spills happen because all of the rules have been relaxed. But it's more than that. It's more than that. These aren't accidents, guys. A lot of these are on purposes. If you poison the air and the water, you force people to move away. They don't have clean drinking water. And then you can put poisonous factories on those. But guess what? Water flows. And I'm going to keep saying this Indian fable until everybody understands. It won't be until the last tree has died and the last drop of water is gone from our rivers and streams that the rich will understand that we can't eat money. But this is what this is all about. Making obscene amounts of money without regard to the human population. We have so many heavy metals contaminating our air right now just from chemical fires burning. And we're surrounded, literally. All you have to do is pick a state. Go to your web browser and just put in chemical fire in pick a state. And guess what comes up? Seems like there's a chemical fire everywhere. I only did a couple. And I just put chemical fire and picked a state and got exactly what I got. In Florida, there is a waste facility that has been burning for a solid week. The people who live there, this is Miami-Dade, y'all. The people who live there are being told, just stay in the house. School's closed. Y'all heard about this fire? This is a chemical fire. It's a Florida waste facility that has been burning for a week. And their whole, what do we do about this? Oh, we just tell everybody to stay inside. Cancel school for a week. It's still burning. Eyes wide open, guys. Eyes wide open. You have to understand. You have to understand. The government works for itself. The government protects itself. There is harmful chemicals that are being removed from Ohio and moved to unaffected neighborhoods. Carcinogens are being buried in people's towns without their knowledge because big business can just do whatever the hell they want to. They don't even have to let the governor or legislature know that they're bringing toxic chemicals into the state. No, they just have license to do whatever the hell they want to do. Eyes wide open, guys. Again, it's not to scare anybody. This is to make everybody doggone aware of what is going on. The government is allowing our food to be played with. They are allowing the 1% to play with the availability of food to create the illusion that we may have food shortages. To letting ExxonMobil, the oil companies, play fast and loose with raising gas prices when we're still in a pandemic, when people are still struggling. The time where people need humanity the most, we see big businesses acting the worst. While a pandemic is going on, all your hedge fund managers are buying up properties and creating a homelessness epidemic of homelessness, of hunger in the United States, supposedly the most financially well-off country in the world. But we have a whole lot of people who can't afford to live indoors in the worst winter of our lives, thanks to big business. All the prices. Remember what happened. They raised the price of everything during a pandemic. They created shortages of everything during a pandemic. How many babies got sick and died because big business does not have to abide by the same rules that the rest of the world does, and our babies suffered because we allow these businesses in the United States to get away with putting poison in everything. Babies with dead gut because of cow's milk formula that was tainted, poison, no good, but remained on the shelf long enough to create a whole void of little babies who, and I'm going to talk about this milk for a second, because this is the one that everybody needs to know about. Understand how the milk industry went around, made a campaign to discourage women from breastfeeding, especially black women in Africa, to sell their nasty ass baby formula to black women to make black babies sick. You want to talk about genocide? Look no further than the baby food manufacturers. Oh yes, use our cow-based milk. Don't use your human milk for your human baby. No, use our cow-based milk. Feed it to your baby. It's going to kill them. And then we're going to make sure it's going to kill them, because we're going to put some stuff in it that should never be. And then when everybody's baby is addicted to this cow's milk, then we're going to create a shortage. So now, not only do you have sick babies, but you have starving babies. And you have a whole bunch of women who trusted the milk industry, and instead of allowing their bodies to produce milk naturally, no, we listened to advertisers who said, no, our cow's milk is much better than your human milk. Our cow's milk for an animal, a species that is not a human, is better than the milk that the human body produces to feed human babies. 90% of people are lactose intolerant. I'll say that again for the folks in the back. 90% of humans are lactose intolerant. If you get a tummy ache and start farting after you drink milk, eat cheese, or ingest a whole bunch of ice cream, you're lactose intolerant. That means you shouldn't drink milk. Why? Because it came from a species that is incompatible with your system. And it gives you gas, it gives you bubble guts, it gives you diarrhea, it makes you sick because you shouldn't be putting it in your body. It turns into a chemical that hurts you. Guess what it does to a baby? And the milk industry knows this. The FDA knows this. But they make money. So it's okay. Understand what's going on. All right, my next question is from Pam B. Pam wants to know, what will be the fallout of old death sentence stacking the board for Disney? Guys, I really wish that Disney would just put a closed sign up. You know, how long would it take for Disney to close down and the people of Kissimmee, Florida, have to pay for that because one jackwad decides that, I'm not going to deal with a company that's going to try to protect gay people and children and everybody else. Florida is allowing DeSantis to destroy that state. But let's go ahead and ask the question, what will be the fallout of old death sentence stacking the board of directors on Disney? What will be the outcome of what's happening in Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Florida? Death sentence is already anxious about this. He's trying to play poker, and he ain't got a good poker face. He cannot afford for Disney to do nothing. Death sentence is anxious. He is extremely anxious. He is playing a deadly game, and he knows it. And he knows that he could lose this game very easily because the amount of money that it is going to cost the normal everyday citizen is going to be ridiculous. He knows but he's not running for a re-election. Remember, guys, he's not scared because he's going to be running for the big ticket. He's going to be running for the president of the United States. But this is still going to turn around and bite him, because he's still got a whole year to go, almost 2 years to go before 24 gets here. Okay, and he got to run the whole year of 24. If he best messes up Florida too bad, ain't nobody going to want to even say his name. Let's hope that happens. Here, old death sentence is going to be facing his tower moment for his decisions. And Disney would be smart to just let him do what do and just hang the clothes sign. Tell everybody, I'm so sorry, but your governor does not want you to have a job here, so we're going to hang the clothes sign out. All of you guys go apply for public assistance. You know, and put it right back in DeSantis's lap. Here we go. The next card we got the world card. So this question was, what is going to be the fallout of old death sentence hijacking the governor's board of Disney? The whole world is holding its breath, watching, waiting with bated breath to see what's going to happen at Disney. Biggest employer in Florida. Largest employer in Florida. Not only that, but it controls health, fire, the 911 services of Kissimmee St. Cloud. Everything. It is fully governed, fully contained. The state of Florida's budget doesn't include Disney. If Disney hung we're pulling out of here, sign out, Florida would have to fill that void. If they wanted to really deal with DeSantis, they would call his bluff. But that they're not going to call his bluff. Okay? So, but we do have the Wheel of Fortune. The final outcome is the Wheel of Fortune inverted. And I want to read this card because I want to know what the Wheel of Fortune inverted is for the final outcome of Disney. Here we go. Wheel of Fortune, where you at? Give me a second. Here it is. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Increase abundance. Okay? So, what, in the end, what death sentence is doing to Disney, after all is said and done, is going to help Disney make more money. But Disney's going to be fine. But if they wanted to hurt death sentence, they should hang the close sign up and say, okay, take it over. You run it. We're going to take all our rides and everything and move it to Georgia. You know, things would change instantaneous. But things are going to be okay. Don't worry about Kissimmee St. Cloud. Don't worry about death sentence. He's going to kick up a whole lot of dust. And in the end, Disney is going to be just fine and make a whole lot more money because of it. All right, there you go. On Wednesday, I missed this one. Okay? And this is important. This is important to know. This is about, and I'm going to say it right, Turkey. You know, everybody knows that Turkey has been hit like every 3 or 4 days. They've had another massive earthquake. Guys, they just had another huge earthquake either yesterday or the day before. We are getting rocked. When I'm telling you to prepare for the big one, guys, please take this serious. The things that are happening in Turkey could so easily happen here. We have a whole North American craton, okay? We have a fault line that goes from California to Maine. Understand this. We have a giant fault that runs right through the center of the United States. It looks like the bottom of an apple or a W, okay? We could get hit anywhere along that fault line. Not just the San Andreas. You know, that's just the one everybody knows. We have fault lines all through the United States. And the other thing that is important about this is what these big business companies are doing that is causing the earthquakes to, number one, be more frequent, and number two, be more severe. And that is part of what's going on over there in East Palestine as well. Oh yeah, they have been getting all kinds of approvals to start digging wells in East Palestine, Ohio. Understand, none of this is random. They need people to move because they need to put a bunch of derricks and rigs and drills and all of that stuff so that they can start fracking, so that they can start pulling the cobalt out of the ground. These natural disasters, highly unnatural disasters, are not accidental. That's what I'm just trying to say. These are plans. These are plans to move people. Understand, East Palestine, 1 week before that train derailment, every person there was given a bracelet to monitor their health. 1 week in this little tiny town. Why? Those are the questions that we have to ask ourselves. Why in this little tiny town, exactly 1 week before a toxic trail derailment, get bracelets so that they can take a picture of you, know who you are in your medical database through a barcode? 1 week before a disaster that causes a whole bunch of people to become very ill. There's no coincidences, guys. Eyes wide open. All right. What I want to say about this in Turkey, is that what the Turkish people are having to deal with right now is the cloud of asbestos that is sitting over Turkey. All those buildings that fell. Number one, you can see the standards of building. There were none there for a lot of those buildings. And guys, asbestos was not a banned substance. Every one of those buildings was insulated with asbestos up until 2014. It wasn't until 2014 that Turkey banned the use of asbestos in their building materials. That means all of those buildings that collapsed were full of asbestos. Full of asbestos. The air, the soil, everything that those people are walking around. Every time you kick up the dirt, you're inhaling asbestos. This is a human catastrophe that has happened over in Turkey. What I am saying, guys, be prepared. Stay prepared. The more fracking, that every time these people poke holes in our crust, these companies poke holes in our crust, go down into below the crust of the earth, they weaken. They allow gases to escape. They create pockets. The ground can start on fire because of gas being released that is untapped. Somebody driving by someplace and throw a cigarette out the window and boom, half a neighborhood goes up because of what we allow big business to get away with. Again, we are seeing what's going on. We're seeing what the EPA is allowing to be done. Toxic chemicals going up and down our freeways. Unchecked. Nobody has to know nothing. The only people who need to know are the companies, whoever's driving the truck. That's the only person who needs to know what's going on. Until they crash, like in Tucson, and a whole tanker shuts down the highway both ways for hours and hours. But nobody ever knows what the toxic chemical was that spilled. All the people who were sitting there for hours and hours breathing those noxious chemicals, not even knowing what they were being exposed to. Eyes wide open, guys. Eyes wide open. And I'm going to talk about this too. This manufactured weather pattern that we are in. Yeah, I'm in Las Vegas. I'm freezing in the hottest city in the United States. Freezing. Guys, it snowed when it was 57 degrees. That should be impossible. It snowed. Let me say that again for the folks in the back. It snowed at 57 degrees. This is how I know that this weather is not natural, because ice crystals do not form at 57 degrees. Snow does not fall and stick at 57 degrees. At 57 degrees, most people could walk around in t-shirt and flip-flops at 57 degrees. But it snowed. It snowed. And it has been raining. Oh, like every other day here. And not just sprinkles, raining. This doesn't happen. And guys, global warming. Yeah, we are definitely in global warming. But we are definitely in some manufactured weather. Definitely in manufactured weather. Pay attention. Eyes wide open. Like I told y'all, HAARP can control the weather. HAARP can manipulate the weather. You know, that's frequency and vibration. And that is everything. Everything in our cosmos, including us, is made of frequency and vibration. All right, guys. So keep your frequency and vibration high. Stay prepared. Don't be scared of nothing that these fools can throw at, but be aware that that the thing that these big companies want more than anything is money. And how they get it, they don't care. And we are nothing but obstacles that get in their way. Do not trust the government. Do not trust the government. They don't work for you. If they can be lobbied, they can be bought, period. We have to look after ourselves, and we have to look after each other. And that's the part of the story that we're at now. So again, I'm going to say this to you creative folks out there. Create a list of clean foods that you know don't have toxic ingredients in, that everybody can use and add to. Make your millions and be a help to the earth while you're doing it. Let's put those great ideas into motion. Those things that you think nobody wants, somebody wants. It can change the world. Everything that is inside you is for a purpose. Use it. I love you. I love you. I love you. Guys, the weather is just going to be insane. It is going to be literally unpredictable. You may have sunshine, you may have rain. But just understand that right now, this weather pattern that we are in is not natural. Almost all of us should have sunshiny skies, but we don't. And this is being manipulated, okay? All right, guys. I love you. I love you. Like, share, and subscribe. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me, helps the algorithm. And if you like it here, you like this content, subscribe and share to other platforms so that people can find me here. I love you. I love you. I have, oh my goodness. I'm about to end my show. I got giveaways to do today, y'all. I got 2 giveaways, as a matter of fact. So, here we go. So, for everybody who made it to the end of the video, here we go. The benefactor who gave away the organic gardening book wants to give away one more, since I pulled 2 names on Monday on accident. So everybody who was in the drawing for who didn't win, who was in the drawing for the organic gardening book, I put you back in the jar. So here we go. Got a winner. One winner for 4th organic gardening book. Good luck to everybody who entered. Here we go. The winner of the organic gardening book is, let's see if you can see that, Tasha Brown. Let me see. It won't show up. Anyway, it says Tasha Brown. It won't show up on the camera. Congratulations, Tasha Brown. I will notify you by email that you won. Okay? Now I'm going to take these out because that's the that was the book. And now here's the entry. Here's the people who entered for the free 1-hour reading. And we had another person give away a reading. So I have 3 readings to give away. So good luck to everybody who entered for the reading. Let me write this down for Tasha that she won the book, so I don't get it confused. Book. Okay, here we go. First winner. First winner of one hour reading. Oh, Patricia Ray, you are one of the lucky ones. She enters all the time, guys. That's why she wins. Okay, here we go. Second winner. I'm giving away 3 1-hour readings. So the second 1-hour reading is Chase Zamo. Yay, Chase. Congratulations. Third reading. Here we go. Third reading winner is Rita Normand. Congratulations, everyone. Rita Normand. Congratulations. That's 3. All right, guys. Thank you to everyone who has entered. I appreciate you all, and I will notify all the winners by email. Y'all have a fantastic Wednesday, y'all. And guys, this headdress, I don't know if they want me to say their name or not, so I'm not going to say the name of the person who gave me this headdress. But guys, this was a gift. Isn't it beautiful? I love this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. I love this headdress. Thank you so much. This was from one of our subscribers. Thank you. All right, y'all. Y'all have a fantastic Wednesday. Namaste. Bye.